Good evening, everybody. Michael Soothing here, coming to you once again from a clandestine location, couch surfing, living with some very good friends of mine, because I was renovating, as you know, my house in Santa Cruz County. Well, now it is sold. I finally got the money, and in a few weeks or months, I'll be moving up to my other place. Got a few loose ends to wrap up first, some other things to do. But the good thing is, now I won't be working on that full-time anymore, so I can do what I love, making soothing videos for some of you, at least a couple a week, unlike before where I'm going a month at a time. So I'm starting off today with an unboxing video. And I'll give you a clue what's going to be in this box. Then we'll unbox it and talk about it a little bit. I have here a stereo mini plug cable, male to male, that I'm going to use with this device that I bought that's in this box. So if I can open this thing without cutting myself all up, we'll take a peek at what's in here. And without making too many rude noises, okay? Really loud. If I have to, I'll lower the volume a little during post-production, okay? Although some people like the actual unboxing, the soothing sound of cutting the cardboard. When the shark bite. Hey, I did that before, didn't I? Never mind. It's hard to do that without a loud noise. And what's really hard to do without a loud noise, by the way, is to open one of these boxes and see all this big bubble wrap and avoid the temptation to pop it. The child in me wants to explode these, and see the cat sleeping over there, jump about 3 feet. But since I never do cruelty to animals, I will avoid the temptation, right? Let's see what we got in here. Clues first, right? Because there's 2 things in here, not just one. Actually 3, if you count the fact that background noise was a refrigerator. I'm close to. Now I can talk a little softer. And speaking of masking noise, look at this. It looks like the hairstyle of Cousin It from the Addams Family, or something that's going to go on a miniature person for Halloween. But that's not what it is. I don't even know if it's going to work for my intended purpose, but I have 2 of them. All right? So some of you have already figured out what I bought. I'll betcha. But let's open the box and describe what we've got here. What we have here is a TasCam linear PCM recorder, which I'm going to use as a tool for some of my ASMR videos. Now, what does this thing do? Okay, well, what it does is it records audio, high quality audio. I can use it to record audio course, off the internet, off of YouTube. I can make MP3 or WAV files. Stop that. That refrigerator's making knocking noises. But what it also is going to do, according to all the reviews I read, is I can take this out in nature, this thing, and I can make really good recordings of things like ocean waves, or wind in the trees, or waterfalls, or fountains, or mountain, all kinds of different, birds chirping and all that kind of thing. And my friend here just showed me how to use a program that's pretty simple, where I can mix the sounds together. So I can make a video for you where I have the nature sounds, and I can talk over it, maybe soothe you in two ways at once. Kind of a multitasking ASMR, right? Anyway, it's got these little microphones, so I haven't seen one of these live yet myself. So you and I will see it for the first time together. Let's see, does this have tape? I don't think so. I think I can just pull it open like this. Yeah. It's got a styrofoam package. Odds are this is made in China, so hopefully the instructions will not be too confusing a version of Chinglish. If it is too confusing, I'll just have to talk to one of my Chinese friends. Okay, so I see it comes with a battery, and it's a it's a name brand battery, Maxell, which is a good brand. So that's a good sign right off the bat. They didn't put some cheapo off-brand battery that you never heard of before. I was at Radio Shack today buying this cable because I knew this was coming, this Amazon shipment. By the way, I ordered this thing yesterday and it got here today, and I did not pay for shipping or an expedite fee. Is that amazing or what? Free shipping. I think that's because I'm in the Silicon Valley right now. That's where I'm staying. So they've got a giant Amazon fulfillment center that has stuff in stock like this, and they can just ship it right over right quick. But anyway, let's see what this thing looks like. I'm not going to try to demonstrate it today, but I will make a subsequent video in the future telling you what I think about it, doing a review on the thing, actual field testing. I'll take it over to Santa Cruz County, and I know a couple beaches where there's really good wave sounds and I know where to go where there's no people. Pardon my voice. This may have to become a whisper video. I have a summer cold. Those are awful. I feel pretty crappy, but it's been so long since I made a video for you. I like the feel of it. It feels solid and, like it's a quality manufacture. Some of the parts are metal, I can tell. And when I push these little buttons, they have a good feel. It doesn't feel like a flimsy piece of gear. It's got rave reviews, too, for its intended purpose. Now, these little microphones that look like little ears are stereo microphone, kind of built-in binaural, right? And they pick up all the ambient noise in a 360-degree arc. See, you can see little opening slots on the side even, not just there, but there, and the microphone response is really quite good. You see it has also a left and a right. It's a true stereo. It's not, two monos spliced together or something. We're going to hear one kind of bird in that direction and another kind of bird in that direction, right? So, or wave breaking left to right or whatever. And it does a good job of picking up ambient noise, apparently, which is not always a good thing. So, but for what I am going to use it for, I think that will be. Let's see what the instruction will. Oh, you know what? I'm a little upset with myself. Now that I see this uses AA batteries, when I was picking up this patch-in cord today, this line-in stereo mini to stereo mini, to use with this to record off the computer to make MP3s, Radio Shack had good alkaline batteries, big giant package on sale for $5. And I should have bought some, but I didn't know if this thing was going to be AAA or AA. But according to what I read, you can power it off your computer with a USB cable, so you don't have to use the batteries. But apparently the battery life is good for like 7 or 8 hours of recording. So that's really great. And I guess there's a dB meter here that tells you your record levels so that you know when you're saturating and you can get the perfect sound. Yeah, here's the USB cable. So the reviewers were correct. Whoops. The reviewers who said you could power this thing. What I'm not sure about yet is how easy will it be to use this as an external microphone for my Canon camcorder. Because this recorder right here, I'm sorry, I'm not pointing at you rudely. I was pointing at here. Let me point at the display. This camera right here has an external microphone input. And I'm curious to see if I'll be able to use this to get better sounds. The Canon built-in stereo mic is not bad. It's very good with voice and higher frequencies, even vocals, but it tends to clip, when it gets saturated, and the low-end bass is not too good. So I'm hoping that I can use this for things like a thundering waterfall or big giant heavy waves crashing, right? Now let's see what the manual looks like. Uh-oh. I don't think I can read this part. And there's some other languages here. I don't know what this is. Is that Danish or Swedish or what? Something like that. And this looks like French here, right? Avertissement. Is that French? Les sacs plastiques pourront être dangereux. Oh, I think that says the plastic is dangerous. Yeah. Pour éviter les dangers de suffocation. Hey, this French is pretty easy to understand. Maybe I can learn another language after all. Okay. I took it in high school, about 3,000 years ago. And all I remember is Je ne parle pas en français. Okay. means I don't speak French. I need to learn some of those terms though, like le moi, you know, tu vois le moi. I love to listen to women speak French. Not so much men, because I think it's a feminine language. I mean, it's classified that way. I'm not saying it in a sexist, misogynist fashion. Okay, look. We're doing good so far. I've got an English explanation of all of the buttons and parts and everything. So far, so good. Let's see what all it does. It has a built-in clock, okay. I don't think I need that so much, but I'm going to have to figure out how to sync it up with ASMR recordings, video recordings. That can be a little tricky. But look, it's got a multimeter in it. Does all this stuff. What stuff do you say? I don't know. It does recording operation, the level meter, excellent. I used to do cassette recordings. You younger people don't even know what that is, but it was very important to set the dB meters properly so that you didn't saturate the input of your recorder. Playback position, elapsed time, all kinds of stuff, okay? I'll get my audiophile friend, Walt, to help me figure this out. Starting up the unit, basic procedures. I get a little nervous when a simple audio recording device has a manual that's 102 pages long, you know. I think, how am I going to remember all that? See, page 102. This might be multiple languages, though, just like that. Let's see how far the English goes. It goes and goes. Oh, yeah. It's not that far. It's only 18 pages to get to the specs. So I think even I can figure it out if I underline a couple key things, do a couple dog ears on the corners, and, you know, make notes in the margin, stuff like that. Precautions de sécurité importantes. Yeah, so merci beaucoup. That must be French, huh? The next language. So, what else? I think that's about it. Let's read the box and see what it says about what this does, what its features are. TasCam. See, it's got showing every angle. Nice technical touch. Up to 94 kilohertz, 24-bit resolution wave recording. That's like CD quality, okay? If you want really high quality. 32 to 320 kilobyte per second stereo MP3 capture. By the way, that's important because I don't want anything less than about 160 kilobyte per second. Otherwise, the MP3 is distorted sounding. It sounds warbly and it loses frequency response. Some people can't tell, but it drives me crazy when I hear a bad MP3. Limiter and auto level control, which I believe you can disable if you want to do it manually. 2-second pre-recording, so you don't start too late into your recording by accident. You know, it's continuously, and then when you hit the record button, it goes back 2 seconds before you even started to anticipate whether you were slow on the trigger, right? few seconds with one button. Playback equalization, USB port, AC adapter is optional, or you can use the provided USB cable. That will be very handy also. Micro SD card. So it comes with, I think, a 4 gigabyte micro SD card included. That will record quite a few songs and tracks, but of course I'll use like a 32 gigabyte so that I'll have plenty of space on there, and I want to use it in a high quality level format, MP3, but you know, good high quality megabyte per second. Oh, variable speed playback, so we can speed our voice up or slow it down. Auto and manual tracks. Peak reduction sets the optimum recording level while recording. Built-in high-quality stereo microphones. And from everything I've read by actual users, they say, yeah, these little ears really are good. So we'll find out, won't we? Maybe I'll tap them and make a binaural recording for you sometime. You know, start doing stuff like that. I haven't done binaural in the past. Do you want me to do some binaural? I can whisper in one side and then the other, right? And, you know, give you advice, like a Dear Abbott column. Well, I can't be Abby, so it'd have to be Abbott, right? Or something like that. Dear Michael column. You can send me questions, you know, and I'll answer them. My voice, my throat is getting very sore. I'm not going to pry these batteries out while I'm making this for you, because it will make a horrific, screechy, nail on chalkboard sound that we don't want, okay, on this kind of recording. Is there anything else I can tell you about the version 2 enhanced performance? I guess I don't know what the difference is between that and version 1, but this would have been coming handy for the fireworks earlier this week. They were very loud here. I did do some recording of them. It was quite interesting and fun. Alright, so I'm glad to be back with you all. And I will start making a lot more. I think next time I'm going to eat cashews while I talk to you about who knows what. But I promise not to explode any of these, okay? Until then, you know my advice, everybody. Don't ASMR and drive. And don't set your Tesla on autopilot, you know, unless you're going to keep your eyes on the road, okay? Alright, so take care, everybody. Bye-bye for now.